because the good people are very little, we are like small groups. This is not enough. So, but other side happening, see, look at the world. So that is where the impact needs to be happen. So open up the the young generations minds. They have to open up their eyes before they losing their life. So now that's what happening these days. The most of the people just going behind some temporary pleasures, and that is leading to the bigger issues, not only just personal health problems, but bigger issues like global warming. So that means every person is causing the nature's destruction. So in that case, the whole in the introduction part you have seen, so most of the issues are a lack of this consciousness. The human consciousness is like having that empathy, understanding so what is happening with our action. So everything we can identify, even when we are consciously eating something, what impact this the piece of food is having on my body and on the environment. So think two things every time whenever we do the action. The first action is first thing you need to do is, one is whether it is good for you or not. Second thing is whether it is good for the world or not. If both are good, then it's fine. It's a good action. We all wanted to do the good. I don't think anyone wants to start with born for a bad work. Everyone wants to do the good work, but because of the lack of control over the senses and the mind always goes out and looks for the smaller temporary pleasures, the sensory pleasures. So how a child look like some temporary happiness. So it's like we have 5 children, the 5 senses and a mind, and all life, all we need to do is handling these 5 children properly with this monkey, the mad monkey, which is the mind. So that is a reason all the concepts of the yogic techniques, the meditation, all that came into this world because everyone faced the same challenge. Not only in this age, from the era of the beginning, in the Treta Yuga, Lord Sri Rama asked the question, how to control the mind. That is the first question when he was a teenager. Every teenager has the same question, how to control the mind. Somebody going to the depression, somebody going to the anxiety, somebody going to the stressful life and loneliness feeling, all these things, why it is going. So the same thing he asked the teenage, the same question from the Treta Yuga, thousands of years back, the same question that the young teenager in current situation has the same question in the mind. So, but how to deal with that question? How to get this answer? So everything is deal with mind. So we ask the same question. My mind, is so depressed, and say, my mind is unable to control. How to control this mind? His guru Vasistha has answered. To control the mind, mana prasamanaya upayagaha iti yogaha. There is a technique to control the mind that is called yoga, he said. So from that, that conversation started. That conversation became a big book of the world. That's the biggest book of the yoga in the world, which is called Yoga Vasistha. So that is a discussion between Rama and his guru Vasistha Maharshi. That is 29,000 slokas. Nowadays, if you want to start reading it, maybe your lifetime may not be enough to complete that book. That much knowledge is there. But for younger generations, at least start the gist, and some few things I was telling about. The first thing is Manah Prasamana Upayaha Yogaha. But how to, what is that means, what path we have to take this mind control technique. So the way is Abhyasa Vairagya. You have to have two tools in with you. One is Abhyasa, the practice of the restraining the mind from going out, Abhyasa. Second one is Vairagya, having that unattachment. Everything is attachment, right? Why you should have attachment? So first you have to relieve. This is all temporary. This body anyway goes. You should have that kind of awareness. This is all anitya, anitya, anitya. The vivechana should be there, the discrimination power. What is permanent, what is temporary is raised in Bhagavad Gita, during the Mahabharata and Dwapara Yoga. Next era started after Treta Yoga, now Dwapara Yoga started, and then Arjuna asked the Lord Sri Krishna, as 5,200 years ago exactly. So he asked the question, in the war situation, what is the method to control this mind? I am unable to control the mind. So what is the answer? Asamsayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagya. Nobody can control. No technology can control. But mind control is much difficult than controlling that. But still there is a way. The way is Abhyasa Vairagya. Again the same answer came here. But still in today, after these thousands of years also, the man has very difficult to understand this concept of Abhyasa and Vairagya. So whatever the sadhana we start to restrain the mind, the Abhyasa, in whatever the path, there are 1350 different methods of meditation techniques, and there are a number of yogic paths, Hatha Yoga, Patanjali Yoga, there are two schools. So the 2200 years ago, Patanjali Maharshi has given a wonderful, the first book of the Ashtanga Yoga, which is eightfold yoga. This is called Yoga Darshan. So that book has given a wonderful techniques of mind control with the 197 sutras. So in order to, we born as a human being, in order to we become a human being, the first thing is start following these sutras and bring the humanity within us. That is where Manavata came. Why Manavata? Manavata means humanity. The Sanskrit word, but it's a humanity. But how we can bring that humanity within and bring, build that empathy within us. If we have the pain, you can feel it. But if other has pain, can you feel it? You don't feel it. Nowadays, even they are crying, nobody is bothered. They are at the reels only. They are busy with this, the bloody idiot phone, right? So that's what happening. So no consciousness, common sense is completely gone. Forget about it. Then other thing is the no observation of the surroundings, even in critical situation. In somebody is losing life with a heart attack, this guy won't bother about it. This is only the one finger spoiled the whole life. One finger is enough to spoil the. That's what happening. So many kids are getting the autism just with one finger. That's it. The whole thing is gone. Whole parents' life is gone and children's life has gone. So and then if you see the real problems faced by the human challenges, health issues nowadays, all the issues are related to Mind, stress, whatever it is, all this is mind. So ultimately comes to the same point again, how to get the mind control. So to bring the mind control, the first thing is people start working is once they get the problem, then they start what to eat. Then till that time, eat everything. Eat everything, it doesn't matter. Okay, no discrimination at all. So that is where the problem is. And in the Bhagavad Gita, the very first thing for every sadhaka, every human being, to live happily, to remove all the miseries, to remove all the diseases, one simple sutra is Lord Sri Krishna has suggested, Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtashu karmashu yukta swapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. So this is a lifestyle you need to follow in order to remove all the miseries from your life. So what is the first point? You have to change your food. Yuktahara, the wise food, the satvikahara, and wise action, the wise entertainment. So that entertainment is also important, the correcting the entertainment, because everyone wants happiness and you want some entertainment. But what entertainment you are doing? McDonald's and KFC is entertainment, and eating something is entertainment, biryani is entertainment. That is a consideration at the moment, right? Doing some party is entertainment, cake eating is entertainment. So whatever the entertainment you see, everything, current entertainments you see, all temporary present and making them to the misery. That is not entertainment. What is that? Misery. Indirectly they are buying the misery. It is a stupidity, isn't it? So we should not end up with such kind of entertainment. Have the real entertainment, he says. What is the real entertainment? Remove the pain of others. Have that empathy within you. There are so many people suffering with hunger. 1 billion children are, going hunger. But see these things here happening. Just throwing into the dustbin. How much food wastage. If you just stop the food wastage, then you can feed again another world. That much food wastage is there. That is the human consciousness what we have at the moment. So when we can bring that change, today we are celebrating the International Environment Day, but it is not just celebrating one day. No, every day we need to have the environmental consciousness, live with that consciousness. That is why whatever the impact, our food, our actions, our lifestyle is causing on the Mother Earth, we need to change, starting from the food. So in that process, I'll tell you a simple thing. When it started, this consciousness, started thinking about in my childhood days, by seeing the just empathy. I started with empathy, but the base core Abhyasa, the sadhana, I started because of Lord Sri Krishna, that Bhagavad Gita, which has given me the direction. So because that Bhagavad Gita, the core yogic concepts, whatever this is, what to do and how to live, all that is lifestyle, wonderful guidance. With that guidance, I started building, okay, Satvika Ahara, the food is right, and then action is right. Don't waste time, no time wasters. Do good things. That's it. Why to waste time? Life is very valuable. So that way, you keep doing the things which are valuable to the world, And when I started deep introspection myself, why I born, what is the purpose of my life? What is the purpose of my life? Then the real answer came in my research. There is one saying in Upanishads, Paropakaradam idam sariram. This body is to serve others, that's it. So there is no point in just wasting time in entertainment, wasting time in sensory pleasures. these senses are, this body is only a just vehicle, like our car. Use this for a purpose, good purpose. Don't get addicted to this bodily or sensory pleasures at all. It is an external element. This is not me. I understood that. Then I started surrendering this. What is this? Where in the yoga, when you start yoga, very first thing you just surrender. Surrender body, mind and intellect to the Almighty. Use it. This body is surrendered. Use it whatever way you want. So I do not have any preferences. Then when I do not have any preference, whatever it comes, it is there. It goes. That is how this life has to go. The surrender, Ishwarya Pranidhana. For meditation, this is how we do it. First start with the surrender. When you surrender Ishwarya Pranidhana, then your meditation becomes great. Then mind becomes control. If surrender is not happen, then the ego comes. The ego thinks about it. What is for me? What to do next? These things comes into the mind. So deeply you're going into meditation, still thoughts are coming in. Or if you don't have any thoughts, maybe you go into the sleep. Trip into sleep. But when you have a strong goal in life, yes, my life is to realize the self, Atmajnana, that is only the purpose of life. Then you will realize, yes, use this body for the Paropakara, serving this society, serving this world, and the whole life get that knowledge, the knowledge of the self, Atmajnana. Then you deeply involve into self-research, self-research. You are finding yourself. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Just to try to get that knowledge of your own self. Then your purpose will be solved. So when you start this work, the sooner is better. Once we lose our energies, become old, then if we realize that time, if you want to do something, there is no energy. That is why realize at early stage, when you have the energy, there is nothing late, but today is the best day to start. And realize, and then start bringing your Abhyasa and Vairagya. They slowly develop that unattachment. You may be having attachments to the small things. Slowly you have to get rid of it. One thing. With all these senses, whatever it is. Okay. In that, most dangerous thing is the tongue. Tongue, very dangerous. Of course, in the words and also in the eating also. If tongue is controlled, if you win the tongue, you can win anything in the world. So that means, see how difficult it is to win the tongue. But you can win with Abhyasa. There are few yogic techniques in our Yoga Shastra, mainly the pranayamas. You start working with the Nadi Shuddhi pranayama and Brahmari pranayama. Daily morning and evening, 15 minutes. Then see the difference in your mind control and in your senses control. You will not get cravings. You will adjust to anything, no problem. No attachment, no upset. So that kind of a living. So for example, if I give a Karela to you, okay? If I give a cake, which one you choose? Frankly. Okay. You know that cake that has all the five poisons in it, and that is killer. But still you know it, but you will take that. But that is not your choice. Your intellect always says you know that. Because Karela has very good nutrients in it, very good iron, and it also detox your body, and that one. And you know that this bloody thing has got all the sugars in it, and this will all the toxins will spoil your health. But you still choose cake. That's a fact, right? But if you give me the choice, I take the Kerala. Why? In your case, your tongue and mind is playing the game. In my case, my Atman is playing the game. My soul is playing the game. My soul is taking the decision. So that's why. Have you seen the Bhagavad Gita book? What is the picture on that?
Chariot.
On chariot. Okay. And Krishna is sitting and holding reins. And then backside, Arjuna. That is what our life is. The chariot is our body. In the front side, whatever, all the 5 horses are 5 senses. And then the holding those senses, the controlling this mind back by the Paramatma. That's the Ishvara Pranadana. The Arjuna has surrendered to Ishvara and given the control to him. So you give the control to the Atman, not with the senses. So when you have the control here, all the senses will go in your direction because you have the goal, self-realization. But your sense is going this way, then you cannot go in the right direction. That is why this all Abhyasa is part of it. So in our camps, we make sadhakas to choose the things. So which one is taking the decision? Just slowly keep working on it. Then slowly by practice, and then the sense control slowly reduces because they are doing sadhana. Without doing sadhana, if you want to do again, you still going with, even if you become 80 years old or 90 years old, 100 years old, you still choose cake only. You won't change. That will not change because if your decision maker is tongue, your decision maker is not soul. So your decision maker must be Sri Krishna, that Atman. So when decision making is that will make the right decision. So how it handle? This is body, and the next layer is mind, and next layer is intellect, and next layer is Atman. That's the Pancha Koshas. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. There is 5 layers of the life. In the 5 layers of the life, your decision making should grow. That is what the meditation is. When you meditate, you grow yourself. When you keep growing up to the top layer of that Anandamaya state, then all these layers becomes very light for you. The body becomes light for you. And body will only operate as a machine, as a vehicle. You parked your car. Are you thinking about your car? No. You are not thinking about it. When you are going to the, filling the fuel, he is asking, no, I don't want this fuel, it's not asking anything, right? Similarly, when you operate this body is like this thing, it will not ask any choice. Whatever it gives, it takes. That's it. So that is the Abhyasa. You practice it. The last 3 days, without salt, oil, without even lacto, curd, nothing. All plant-based living. So we practiced 4 days. How you feel? What is the difference? The Abhyasa. That is Abhyasa. You have to practice. That plant-based living method comes into picture. This world is really, big mess at the moment. All the food is really very messy, adulterated, and big business. Should be very, very careful. So you must have the consciousness to operate your senses properly. That is why this Abhyasa, as part of the Abhyasa, you need to adopt one of the important things. Ayushatva, Balarogya, Sukha Priti, Vivardhanaha, Rasya Snigdha, Stirahrudya, Ahara, Satvika Priyaha. Your food should be like this. It is a simple definition given by Bhagavad Gita. So what is the definition? Ayushatva, whatever you eat, that should increase your lifespan. That means all food should be alkaline food. no sugar, no coffee, tea, no cool drinks, all ban, because all are actually reducing your age. So you are getting, quicker, aging is much quicker. You want to become old very quickly, then why you are eating that? So aging factor. So that's why the first quality is Ayush, the longevity of the life. Longevity of the life. What is the longevity of life? Whatever you eat. For example, all the greens. So taking some as a salad, people. There is a salad in it, and there is something else. Some choice, biryani is it. Do you take biryani or salad? You choose that, but that's a fact, no? But where is the more nutrients are there? Where are these things? This dalda is there. There are a lot of saturated fats are there, and you know that that may cause your artery problems or some issues. So the cholesterol issues, but still you choose that one. That is the situation with the current generation. Forget about the children. Children anyway they are very good. So all we need to just guide them in proper way. If we adopt in a proper way, and our next generation will become better. Our next generation, children are very good actually, because I work with children. So actually adults is a problem. Your parents, they get the temptation. Even if I ask parents to change, they don't change. Even elderly people, they are much more difficult to change. Much more difficult to people. So I have seen, because by age, to win the senses, it is like war. Who can do the war? Those who have the strong power. Okay. So that's why for the self-realization, Vivekananda says, self-realization, you need to be highly energetic. So to meditate, you should be highly energetic. Not weak person cannot do that. That is why you should eat proper food. Very, very important. If you don't eat the proper food and then you're just walking in another path, no, I am doing meditation, no problem. Everything goes well, nothing will go well. It is not a magic. All the magic in your diet. Even curing the problems, everything, all the meditation magic in the diet. If you change the diet, everything will be all right. Satvika ahara. In that day, even somebody giving some salt extra, what happens on that day? You cannot meditate properly. If you have the satvika ahara, you can meditate. So if it is katvamla, lavana, tushta, tikshna, rukshta, vidihna, so that is basically the why this mind is going so much volatile, why much getting that depression, stress, that the thoughts are going here and there. Why unable to sit in the meditation? Because it says katvamla, lavana, tushta, tikshna, katva. That means you have sour things and refrigerated things and oily foods, salty things. So all these things, what it is causing? Dukkha shoka. The ultimate result is dukkha and shoka. What is dukkha and shoka? All the misery is coming from there. All this sadness is coming from there. So ultimately, you are just going, in your shopping. You have to think about what you are buying. Are you buying dukkha and shoka? Are you buying health? This is what we have to measure. So if you are buying the health, there are not many choices, and you should be very clever at doing. So we did that exercise also in the last few days, and now you learn how to do shopping in 15 minutes for a family per week. In 15 minutes you can complete. Why? Because in a big supermarket, you have only two sections, whole meal section and fruit and veg section. Nothing else is useful. All are complete junk foods only, adulterated foods, chemical foods. So you go directly into that particular thing and carefully look at which one is chemical, which one is non-chemical. There are some shining apples, there are some shining vegetables, so you have to be careful and see which one is seasonal, which one is unseasonal. You may get in the winter, you get the watermelons ready, but that is not seasonal. Watermelon season is summer. So, and what season, like berries are coming and the berries are in a summer season. So, you choose the berries at the summer. So, that is the choices you need to know. So, that is the basic knowledge. This knowledge has to be improved, improved from the stage 1, that means from the childhood less like this. That is why we give the awareness, we work with the children as part of the Gurukula in our ashram. We have 2 Gurukulas, one in AP, one in Telangana. Some parents, they wanted to educate their children full complete holistic education. They bring them there and then we educate them in the ashram. Those who cannot bring, in this year we started as a e-Gurukula. The same syllabus they follow at the home. So what they do? We train them to do all the right choices and spend their time in a proper way, the timetable. What is this timetable? This timetable is, we start at 5 o'clock, morning 5 o'clock in our ashram. All the children wake up at 5 o'clock and complete their process according to our healthy lifestyle, which is drinking water in the morning and then cleaning up all this intestinal cleaning. With the Agnishara Kriya, we teach them one Kriya, Agnishara Kriya, to cleanse the intestines. And then they cleanse nostrils with the Niyati Kriya. That means respiratory system and digestive system is cleansed. And then they do come for the meditation. After a few minutes of meditation, then we start the yoga sadhana with the asana pranayamas. Asana pranayamas. We do some asanas, postures, and Surya Namaskara, sun salutations, and then we do some super brain yoga. And then children become very clever, strong, and become very controlled because in the morning sadhana they are doing. So that is why in order to get the control over the mind, the morning time is very valuable. So if you wake up early in the morning, you get the sattva guna, you get the control over mind. If you wake up late, then you cannot control your mind. That is as simple as possible. So if you want to control your mind and if you want to live healthy, successfully, wake up at Brahma Muhurta. That is very, very essential. Brahma Muhurta. What should I do at 4 o'clock? Many people may question. No, that is the most important time, peaceful time. You have to meet yourself. You are the most important person for yourself. Meditate at that time. Brahma Muhurta meditation make you so strong. Meditate at 4 o'clock. If not 5 o'clock. Spend some time. That's the time you have to spend time, put efforts for your own life. Most valuable time. That time, if you are not, so that time your lungs also actually expecting the oxygen, more oxygen, lungs activation. As per the biological clock, circadian biological clock, lungs activate at 4 o'clock. Intestines activate at the time. So when intestines are activated, you have to cleanse that intestines at that time. If you late and you get constipated, because the time is over, that intestinal movement is gone. Okay, so that is why you have to follow that certain discipline, the timetable according to sun movement, not your own schedule. According to sun movement, our body clock works. Our body clock is, each part is activating, there is a time. This works for every creature, but all the creatures are like that. So wake up at 4 o'clock and see the birds how they are singing. Isn't it beautiful? But you don't get experience at all. You don't know what is that pleasant period. So do not miss that morning moments, the morning meditation. So you can add one more thing into the meditation magic, morning meditation magic.
We only do that at
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Excellent. That morning meditation magic can add it to all, that will change life. Though we all know the subject, but the meditating in other times is different. The morning meditation is different. When you meditate an hour in the morning, they see the difference in your behavior, in your the cravings. Nothing will happen. No cravings. So that time you choose Karela only. That time you choose salad only, because your mind is so controlled, and that time your senses will not take the decision. Your mind will not take the decision. Your buddhi is taking the decision. Your self is taking the decision, because your morning itself you connected to yourself deeply, and you become a so peaceful person. And someone is scolding you, tulya nindastutirmauni santushto yena kenachit. Even somebody is scolding you or praising you, doesn't matter. You don't get upset, because you became that much strong personality, peaceful personality. Be smiling. Be smiling always. So that way, see how house becomes a harmonious. That harmony brings the happiness. That happiness brings the health. This is the ladder. When I was meditating, when I was in Brahma Muhurta, this picture came. Yes, this is what world wants. Spread across the whole world. Go and spread across. God has given me this instruction. So I'm a army man in the hands of God. That's it. I'm doing His work. I surrendered. That's it. My life is completely surrendered to Him. He is operating everything. That is how this whole mission is going on. That is why we all actually divinely connected people here. So we all here there as a small team of people to bring that war much more bigger, and then taking into this world, taking this happiness to the world, rest of the world, in a much more the better way. Inspire more and more people. Inspire more and more people. And give that real happiness, that real charity, that real charity. So they empower the people through this magic. You will definitely feel so happy. Karma yoga. Continue doing your work in much more efficiently, and with much more techniques added to with these things, most important aspects, and then definitely it goes in a. But this education, I'm with you to educate all the people, and again the volunteers who have got trained the last few days, I'm sure they have now the wonderful knowledge now, the experience now. They can actually share the knowledge. So that's why from this month onwards, monthly this Manavata Satsanga is going to be there with all this healthy cooking, and then educating the children on the not only on the food but overall life. So continue working together in this manner. This will help in a much more better way to promote the vision what you all working on with meditation magic, and with the 3H mission what it is there. So let us align and move forward with the collaborative and strong efforts. It needs strong efforts to inspire more people, because we just as long as we are just in the closed group, we are with the same thing. But expand, inspire more and more people, and bring this health, happiness, and harmony in many lives, many families. So many people are suffering. Help them. They don't know they are suffering, but we have to find a way to inspire them through different means. That's why I don't know how to inspire people. That's why I started cycling. I cycled 32,000 kilometers in cycling world record, and that way this is an inspiration to the next generation. That's it. Yeah, that's an inspiration. Yeah. So because see, it's very difficult, very difficult to reach to the current generation, especially 2 generations are missed this core knowledge, the Ayurvedic knowledge, yoga knowledge, and the core health knowledge. Everything missed out. Everything is led simply by the corporate world. Everything is corporate, everything is outsourced. You outsource everything, but do not outsource your life. Do not outsource your food. Do not outsource your food. Your food should be in your hands only. Okay, so everything, the people are just going out and eating. When you're going out, if you really look at, there is nothing to eat. That's why if somebody calls for a party, I finish my food and go and say hi and bye. Very simple living. You got it? Somebody feels, okay, for the sake of going hi and bye, that's what you do, there's nothing to eat. You see, look at the things, because there's no awareness. So that's why I organize these Satvika and the Satsanga with this food. There is a 3 days training programs like the family events, the 3H events, which we do, like a get together with the children, families, all there around 200 families come together and do. From past 20 years we've been doing in UK, and then in US also some places in West Coast, the Bay Area, we do one family event, like 2 days, 3 days, the weekend event. So all the 3 days we stay at one place as one family, and we do the meditation together. We do all the schedule from 5 o'clock to the night 9 o'clock, Bhagavad Gita and meditation. So start with meditation, end with meditation, fill with meditation. So the whole day becomes meditation. Do everything. Now meditation is a not separate work, but every work becomes a meditation. So that way even cooking is meditation, volunteering, helping others, it becomes so connected, so harmonious. So that kind of a culture, let us continue building the human culture, and let us try to take care of our parents back in home, and our children here, to lead them a better life. So with this, I thank all of you for organizing this, and thanks Jhansi for taking the initiative first thing, and Vinila and Dharani, one more. So even with children, I should thank them actually. So they also did wonderful work. So more than parents, they came and asked every detail of the nutrients and what to do, how to prepare, and the process. The children learned. They did the all the preparations, etc. And they learned the few techniques of yoga. In the morning also we did, and today we had a concluded session of the yoga with for women and especially girl childs. What is the most important practices must be done for the part of the yoga. So these knowledge we keep passing on, and then let us continue building. And as a next step to continue this knowledge process, there is a 1 month course which is starting up very soon. This is a YTT course with a holistic healthcare course. So I suggest all the parents to do that that course, this 1 hour every day morning with asana, pranayama. This anyway it helps you to improve your exercise, asana, pranayamas, and the meditation. At the same time you learn some yoga sutras, and also this daily routine healthcare. So how to do the basic techniques. So this is essential knowledge. So try to do that, and one of that is after this 1 month course there is another international yoga teachers training course. So far I trained 6,000 yoga teachers across the globe. So here also almost 400 people trained in US and 600 people in UK. So they are in turn serving, helping other people. Like here Jhansi has completed that course. Today, let us give a so yeah, I'll give you a certificate as well today. Yeah, so she became an officially trained yoga teacher. So which is good. You have one resource here. So similarly, let us build more people, and you gain that knowledge so that you can mentor your children, and even you help your friends also with this knowledge, because this knowledge is very important. But people are not realizing that in the busy life, no, just only the AI and ML is for enough for us now. At the moment, all the artificial, some people are using artificial intelligence. So ChatGPT good enough and he is doing everything, so we don't have to do it. ChatGPT cannot help your health. ChatGPT cannot save your life, right? AI cannot save your life. You have to practice. So even after this AI and ML time, still you need Abhyasa and Vairagya. Still same thing, same technique has to be adopted from the thousands of years ago, what Vasistha Maharshi and Lord Sri Krishna told. Even when 197 sutras written by Patanjali Maharshi as part of the first book of Ashtanga Yoga, which is basically 2200 years ago. That time his one sutra is Abhyasa Vairagyam Tan Nirodha. The same technique he has again repeated, and he has given a techniques to the 8 steps how to do that. They follow the righteousness, the yama niyamas, the 5 commandments, and then follow this. The same thing Buddha has repeated. Follow the Ahimsa. You are following wonderful thing like plant-based living. Oh, excellent. So nowadays, that's what I was telling. Milk, how you are getting? After by slaughtering calves. By slaughtering calves, you are getting milk. See how sinful it is, painful it is. We can't even digest. I know you all like curd, homemade curd. I know you all like yogurts, but it's a white poison, by the way. It is not milk, it is not curd anymore. It's a white poison. There are 5 white poisons: sugar, milk and curd, maida. So most of the 99% of the supermarket is with sugar, maida and milk products. So why you are going all this direction? Don't waste time in it. Look at the right things that way. Okay. So these another 3 whites are white rice. White rice are polished grains, and the last thing is salt. So these 5 whites you must live. You must live. It's a danger. Interestingly, the same experiment I have been doing in our healthcare center in our ashram. The critical problems comes, either it is cancer or it is a diabetic or blood pressure, all within few weeks everything goes, just with the magic of food. Food is our medicine, nature is our doctor. With just food, they bring with all these merging tablets, those many medicines. Why? We stop all the medicines, just to give the right food and then do some yogic techniques, all this cured. I have thousands of cases, including the autism also. Autism children also they came. So they also cured, got better in our ashram through this practice. That is why do not waste your time with hospitals. Do not waste your time with your medicines. Think about the right direction, right solution for your health. If some problem comes, if you get a fever, straight away you go into the paracetamol. No, never do that. You are killing yourself. You are killing your immune system. Don't do that. Gankanam paramaushadam. Do the fasting, just take only the water, lemon water, that's it. Very simple. 3 days, all gone. Next 1 year, no fever. It could be any fever. Lankanam paramaushadam. Only this fasting is best solution. Somebody has the breast cancer or something else, doesn't matter. Lankanam paramaushadam. Same technique. Do the fasting. And of course, get rid of all the whites first thing.
So fasting, sorry sir. Yeah. I have one question. Like
Sure.
when you were saying fasting, how in a day, like whole day you should not be eating or?
No, when you have the fever, until fever is reduced, no eating.
Till the fever gets reduced?
Completely gone. Until that time, no eating. That is what every creature on the earth is doing, only human being do using paracetamol. Bloody idiot. Eating. When you are sick, should not eat. That's the basic concept, basic common sense. Yes. You are forcing.
I want to mention something here. Since they are 3 years old, I'm following that. When
Excellent, very good.
It is very hard as a mother to not feed them, but what happens when you feed them? They'll vomit on the bed.
You allowing not to give, because they will be like cautious. Oh, you're not feeding anything. They'll be tired.
I don't go to doctors. I learned it. I was very much, I was the first mother, right? When she got fever for the first time, I was like, how can a 2 months baby get fever? I was so worried and I almost cried. And even now I'm hearing the doctor says it's okay, a baby will get fever, not to worry. But then, I get scared or something. Then I lived like that until she was 2 years. Then I learned about this, and then I started implementing when he was 1 year and 5 months or so, or 3 years old, I don't remember. Then I started. So they are very small and they'll go more small. So it's very hard, but I came out of that. I trusted this. See, because I know how they do every.
Think about the diet. What
Can you come here and ask?
every day?
So that means if unfulfilled desires and then bondages, it cannot be broken unless you break it. So break it. By enjoying more and more, you cannot actually fulfill your desires. Sensory cravings will get increased. So it is called as in English, it's called as a gratification of the senses. If you gratify your senses, it will become more stronger. Don't gratify. Put them in jail. you have to control them. You cannot control forcefully. That is why you have to use these techniques of the yoga to get the control over the senses and the mind. That's where pranayamas, asanas come from. Morning I taught some of the techniques to the teenagers how to do that. You must practice siddhasana and then padmasana, these kind of asanas, and meditate. See how meditation will be powerful. You become so pure. Like a lotus. Lotus says even dirty water, it says pure. Even in dirty world, you can stay pure when you are in Padmasana. So learn Padmasana, practice Padmasana 1 hour every day. Great. Learn Vajrasana, practice Vajrasana 1 hour minimum every day. I sit Vajrasana 6 hours. Even in my work also Vajrasana. Always sit straight. Don't sit like that. Sit straight only. This is very, very important. Okay, morning Ushapana. This is very essential for all of you. At least start this one. You have to drink water at that time. Without touching the teeth, you have to drink water before you brush. Okay, that liquid is very important, essential liquids. But before night, before sleep, you have to brush it and sleep. Whatever liquids you form here, that hydrochloric acid, that acid helps you as a soap to cleanse your intestines. That is more valuable, more valuable than anything in the world. That great medicine. That medicine cures most of your diseases. But that medicine is there with you only. But that your medicine you should not waste. As soon as you get up, you take this medicine inside with some warm water, at least Ashtanjali. For adults, it's 6 glasses. For children, 3 to 4 glasses. Water in the morning. Drink water. 6 glasses of water. So when you drink that water, most of your diseases can be cured. This is already proven. Many people are using also. Many countries. In Japan, most of the people are using this technique, water therapy. So we have to find a simple ways to keep our health better and cure the diseases. Some lifestyle diseases comes like diabetic and kidney problems or thyroid, things like that. Those are very simple problems. People are using dangerous medicines for them. Why to use medicines? Just simply make a simple change in your life. That will solve the problem. Okay, but first thing is, don't worry. Don't get afraid. Even for us, if blood is small fever, you're getting afraid means who will save you? Who will save you? So do not worry. If some problem comes, it cures. Our body has the healing power. But that healing power comes with your mind. You should have self-confidence. Your self-confidence is your medicine. So that is why be confident, follow the natural laws, not the laws of the corporate world. They are doing a lot of advertisements. You believe in that, Oh, protein powder. You have to use it. What is protein powder? Sprouts will give you all the protein. Isn't it? Why are people are using that protein powders and spoiling their health? Especially the young generation. See how many protein powders they are using. How many cosmetics they are using. All the cosmetics are spoiling their skin. Naturally, see, God has given beauty to each one of us. There is no other cosmetic required. For me, there is no paste, there is no soap, there is no detergent, no chemical. I am living without any chemical. Simple life for several years. So, you have to understand how to live simple, how to live healthy, how to make your life great. That's it. I'm a small village boy. I just coming and speaking to you with you all here. I don't know anything. Full education. My education is like part-time. I'm full-time in the Seva only, service. I want to do humanity. That's it. From my childhood days, I brought this onto my mind. I want to work on this only. My studies, my work, all that is part-time. But my full-time is this one. That is how. But I use all that knowledge for the purpose of making the world better. That is why use all your power, energy, your money, your everything for the welfare of the world. That is a real work called Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma. That is the essence of the whole human life. Nishkama Karma. If you have any questions, you can ask. You got it right? The way to drink water. First you correct the way to drink water. And then each 1 hour, one glass. And then eating and drinking should have at least 1 hour gap. You should not go together. Eating and drinking. So some people after eating they take some water or some milk. Don't take that. Okay. So how much water to drink? Just a sip in the beginning, sip at the end. That's it. Don't drink much water. Give that enough time to digest. Then after 1 hour you can start drinking every 1 hour, 1 glass. Until you finish 4 glasses, do not even eat a small piece of anything. No snacks in between. Minimum 4 to 5 hours gap should be there. If you give more gap, it's good. And then eat a meal. And then small portions eating every time, that means one time eating yogi, 2 times eating rogi, 3 times eating 2 times eating bhogi, and 3 times eating rogi, that means a disease, and 4 times or more than 4 times eating is rogi plus plus, like a C plus plus. So that is what today world is happening. So how many times they are eating? Even one piece is also one time eating. You are thinking, yeah, this is a small piece. But for digesting this bloody piece, you have to start whole engine. See how much energy you are wasting. That's why don't eat small things. You know, eat like a lion, not like a dog. Dogs eat every time, but lion eat only once, and it will not kill anything. And it will eat only the right thing, fresh, always. Isn't it? It hunt. That is the lion. Be like a lion. Be like a lion. Be brave, confident. That braveness, the fearlessness, that is what Vivekananda says. Roar like lions. Roar like lions. Don't get afraid. To follow the righteousness, to follow the dharma, to follow this kind of a path, you need to have the strong willpower. Otherwise, everything, everyone pulls you in the wrong direction. But when you have the willpower, you can pull everyone in the direction. Got it? So that is why be strong. Do not lose your health. Health is your asset. If you are healthy, no fear. If you lose health, you have to get up. So, until this body is there, this is your responsibility to keep it healthy. This is 100 years guarantee, no problem. But just not simply for eating and sleeping. Our life is there to serve the others. When the 45 years is, he got the self-realization, Lord Buddha, rest of the 45 years he served the humanity. So the greatness of Buddha. The spreading the Shanti, peace, spreading the knowledge, Atma Jnana. That's what we have to do. The same thing Vivekananda told. Teach yourself, teach everyone the real nature of the self. See how it wakes up. See the greatness. That same thing you have to do. First teach yourself, teach everyone the real nature of the self. See who you understand, what you are. Know your real self. Know the greatness of you. And then teach that greatness to all. Yeah? That's it. Thank you.
Can you say those?
Purity of the speech, purity of the action. So our day becomes pure. Our life becomes pure. These 4 things we must be consciously follow. Pure food. The pure food means you have to understand clearly. Pure food, which is basically coming from the nature without any disturbing nature. The pure food. The sattvic food. Natural food, healthy food, sattvic, non-violent food, that is pure. And you may think, okay, this is vegetarian food, something you may pick up, you cannot guarantee. So you have to be very careful when choosing pure food. That is why you stick to the natural grains coming from. That is why the wholemeal grains, the whole grains you buy, not taken adulterated. The pure grains from the farm. So food comes from the farm, not from the factories. That pure food is simply farm food, no factory food. No factory food. Anything coming from factory, it is not food. Simplified. Second is pure thought. Any pure thought which is good for you and good for the world. That will help you to get a wonderful vision for the world. And then pure actions comes. Every word you speak will become pure. So that is why these first 2 things, pure food and pure thought, must be corrected. That is our self-action. The purity of the speech and purity of the action automatically will happen when you do the first 2 things. So for that, do the sadhana better, live with more consciousness, and make sure that every step you take for first two things, very, very important. Whichever is impacting your thought process, avoid it, very careful, especially social media, very careful. They're spreading wrong messages, especially children, they're innocent, So if you're spreading that news, it's very dangerous. That's why we have to be very careful.